garbage bags on. When I put them in, then there's this cart I found in the apple tree parking lot where no one saw it softly roll away. I got my life made, headed for the interstate. I'm rolling for the salvage side of town. Well, thank God, it's not cold out. I got no warm clothes. Sally's full of two. Homeless, helpless, hopeless. I guess I'd be penniless unless I found beer cans, Coke cans, all kinds. My hands reach straight down and snatch them from the ground. Long again together, right?
Well, I always liked his songs. He didn't have very much recorded, and I didn't really see him play live a whole lot back in those days. But once I got his records, there were what I thought were really intelligent songs on there. Songs with lyrics that were literature and dealt with social problems. His song, Still a Stranger in My Hometown, is one of the best songs I've heard about a returning Vietnam veteran and what he found back in his hometown. And I think Rich's education tends toward social work, and he was able to take a topic and write a song about it that made it universal, a song that is as important today as it was back when he wrote it. His song, The Legend, which is about a singer-songwriter much like George Jones or much like himself. Once again, that's just a great portrait of that kind of person. So he was able to write real character sketches, and he was able to take social situations and explain them to you. And I really think that was his major talent, was that he wasn't just writing pretty little love songs, he was writing songs of social significance.
sea. Though it's a little cold for me, January's bound to be here in Washington, D.C. Yeah, we just pulled up and parked the bus. Now the boys are setting up the stuff. We just the time we sing the song, and in melody we'll roll along. Yeah, we're just rocking the Republican. Can't wait till my mind been rocking the Republican. Lord, forgive me for my sins. I hope we're not turned up too loud. There's pretty people everywhere, like y'all. I'm trying hard just not to stare. Now the president is up on stage. Someone just gave him a guitar, but they forgot to plug him in. The president, he ain't plugged in. We're still rocking the Republican. Can't wait till my mob in. Rocking the Republican. Lord, forgive me for my sins. Rocking the Republican. Well, it's just a gig to make around. Rockin' the Republican. Peanut for the elephant. Done it.
I met Rich probably late 70s and very early 1980s at the Kerrville Folk Festival. My best friend's a nurse, and she asked me, I'd never been there, to go down to the festival and help her at the first aid booth. So I did, and I spent the next years at the Kerrville Folk Festival as a nurse. And Rich and Towns Van Zandt, Blaze Foley, all those folks were regulars. So we sat around the campfires, and Rich would get out his guitar and sing for me. And as time went by, I became part of them, or they became part of me, or something. And we were roommates for years, 5 years. So I know him pretty well. I know people they think of Rich like they do Arlo Guthrie's, Woody Guthrie, as a songwriter, because he's highly educated. He has a master's degree in international government, but he's an artist, and he didn't want to be Elvis Presley, or he had no illusions. He's just an artist who wanted to do his art. So he didn't write things that were commercially popular. I'm going to die with my dreams, you know. But he wrote, like Woody, he wrote things that socially apply, like Laredo Rose, the poor hooker in Laredo who's got a child that she sent a dress to yesterday. He those kind of things. And so the other artists recognized and respected that. But not only that, he was very talented in doing so. He wrote well. And so they liked what he was doing. And he's just very, very highly respected among his peers, as you can see.
Good seeing again.
All right, bro.
He's a very humble person. And, you know, over the years I would say, and you know what happened yesterday, and I'll tell you what, that woman, he don't gossip. He's not into it. I've never heard him say a bad word about anybody in his life. He would say to me, well, darling, and that's all he had to say about it. He does not like, he won't talk about anybody. He's sweet. He's a very sweet person. He might not like being called sweet, being a man, but he is. He's a good human being. When I found out he was in a long-term care facility, I thought, well, you know, that's pretty much the end for a lot of people. And I thought he deserves one last time to be who he is and with his peers. And they need to know where he's at and what's going on with him. So I thought he deserved to get on a stage one more time. So I started calling them because we've known him for forever. And not one person said, no, Esther, I can't. They all said, count me in, every one of them. And here they are. And out of respect for him and to honor him as a legendary songwriter, because he is. He's pretty incredible. I have a lot of respect for him, and they do too. Richie, I'm just overjoyed that you're here and that your friends are here, and that you found out today, if you didn't know before, how they feel about you, what they think of you, and you need to add what I think about you and how I feel about you to that list too, because you're great and I love you.
Oh, well, it's a lot of folks that I haven't seen in a long time. It's good to see them, and it's nice, very nice. Well, and back in the day, we played together a lot, so we kind of know what we're going to do, you know, more or less. And, yeah, it's really a fine get-together.
Then you show up 2 hours late, I'm headed, well, I'm headed. Well, when you always call me honey, when you only want my money, I'm headed, well, I'm headed. La 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 la. called to the phone, and they said that there's nobody home. I've had it. Well, I've had it. La 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 when I asked her for a date, and she showed up 2 hours late. I've had it. Well, I've had it. La 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 la. The end together, right? Rich minus Johnny X. Rich says he's had it, but I think he's still got it. Rich minus Johnny X. Come on back, take a bow. Thank you, Johnny X. Rich Mavis.